I love it. I love it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, Turki Alalshikh got his tournament plan, which is a great idea. As you all know, report have it that Ryan Garcia going to be facing Pitbull Cruz and Devon Haney going to be facing Jose Ramirez. Two former champions. You know, Pitbull Cruz, a former junior welterweight champion, and Jose Ramirez is a former junior welterweight champion as well, unified champion at that. So, in lead up to their rematch in October in Reha season, of course they got to get over the hump, and you know what I'm saying. I think is a great tune-ups. Now I'm not even gonna disrespect them as tune-ups because I think that Turki Alalshikh don't necessarily believe in easy tune-ups. Thus, Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker and Anthony Joshua versus Ottawa Lena, which they were supposed to win their fight and then get that big fight, mega fight in March 9th of 2024, if y'all can remember, but Deontay Wilder lost to Joseph Parker. Now, that's in the West Coast. I think that's going to happen in the West Coast. Devon Haney and Ryan Garcia in the same card, right? But in the East Coast, you got Teofimo Lopez, the most accomplished fighter of this young generation, the two-time lineal champion, currently holding the Lineal Ring Magazine World Championship belt and the WBO Super title. And you got Richardson Hitchins from Brooklyn as well. Richardson Hitchins, the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world. That's a great unification bout right there. You know, report has it that they in talks, Teofimo Lopez and Richardson Hitchins. And then you got Jaron Boots Ennis that's in talks with Stanionis, a unification bout in the welterweight division. As we all know, eventually everybody going to be going to the 147-pound division. I'm talking about, yeah, Boots is already in the 147-pound division, but the highlighted fighters is Boots, Teofimo Lopez, Devon Haney, and Ryan Garcia. Now, this is the bracket right here for y'all. Y'all seen the thumbnail? That's the bracket. Now, I think it's the battle of the coast as well. And that's the thing that I like it. You know what I'm saying? These guys is going to be fighting. I believe that the fight that should happen in California, because, you know, even Jose Ramirez, you know, out there in Fresno, he got a large fan base. Ryan Garcia's from Cali. You know, Devon Haney is from Oak, but really residence in Las Vegas. But of course, his pops and his roots is in San Francisco, right? And then you got Pitbull Cruz, who did a great turnout with Javante Tan Davis out there in California. So I think that fight should happen in California. You know what I'm saying? LA versus New York. I believe that Teofimo Lopez versus Richardson Hitchins, of course, got to happen in probably Barclays Center or Madison Square Garden. Hopefully Madison Square Garden. And then you got Boots Ennis that's from the East Coast as well. You put them in the same card, that's going to be a sold-out crowd with Teofimo Lopez fans, Richardson Hitchins fans, Boots Ennis that already selling out, well, not selling out, but having 15,000 people tuning up to his fight, even versus a Karen. Now, you have that type of event, and it's going to be sold out, in my opinion. And then, which I think who's going to be the king of that tournament? Now, of course, I believe that Teofimo Lopez will defeat Richardson Hitchins, but that's going to be an interesting fight. You know, Richardson Hitchins is a boxer and things of that nature, and people feel like, oh, that's Teofimo Lopez kryptonite, the boxers, the guys that move away, like Sando Martin and Jermaine Ortiz that move away. Yeah, at the end of the day, they didn't win the fight. As much as people want to say, well, Teofimo Lopez have problems, well, those other guys have problems winning the fight at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So he hasn't lost to those guys. Maybe he looks more ordinary than the Takeover, but he hasn't lost to those type of opponents. But they both champions. You got to give credit to Richardson Hitchins and what he did to Liam Pyro after Liam Pyro did to Subriel Matias. So that's a great, a good unification bout. And the Stanionis versus Boots Ennis is a great unification bout. Now, they both got titles that they really never earned from the champion. Let's not forget, Boots Ennis got his title, and Stanionis got his title, but not by beating Bud Crawford, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. But that's going to be a great matchup to put weight on their belt and really certify them as not only belt holders, but truly champions. Just, you know, Boots Ennis said in his recent interview, said that he doesn't feel like he really became a world champion. He never felt that moment because they elevated him, and that's understandable. At least he's real about it. Not a guy that's parading around trying to say, I am the world champion, like a former email champion that acted like he actually earned the belt. Yeah, but anyway, that's old stories. But I think, you know, Ryan Garcia, I think Teofimo Lopez got the harder road, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Richardson Hitchins. If he beat Richardson Hitchins, then he fights Jaron Boots Ennis. And if he beat Jaron Boots Ennis, Teofimo Lopez will become the 2025 Fighter of the Year, like he was 2020. He got the harder road, in my opinion. We already seen Devon Haney versus Ryan Garcia, and we are predicting that Ryan Garcia, I think he got a tough task with Pitbull Cruz. I think Devon Haney probably got the easiest opponent, in my opinion, because Jose Ramirez, you know, used to be an elite, but in recent time, he does look like a shot fighter. But also, Devon Haney, you know what I'm saying, we don't know what type of Devon Haney is going to show up. We know that Devon Haney got the skills and the skills to pay the bills, and he knows the formula of winning. Now, I think, to be honest, the only thing that really messed up Devon Haney more than anything was the game planning, the lack of chemistry that he had in the corner, and to really adjust to Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I think they could work around it. I don't think necessarily it's all about skills. Of course, everything is about skills, but I think it was more game planning than anything else. And hopefully Bill Haney, Tunde Ajaba comes out with a better game plan versus Jose Ramirez. I think they'll beat Jose Ramirez easily, like they beat Regis Prograis. I just don't think that Jose Ramirez really got the stomach for it. I think that he just got the opportunity to bank on some fights. But he's gonna push. He's gonna make it a fight anyway. He's gonna try to make it a fight. But Devon Haney is smart enough. If he keeps, if he fights within his identity, he's gonna have a good outing versus Jose Ramirez. I think that Ryan Garcia beats Pitbull Cruz. Devon Haney beats Jose Ramirez, and they go to October, and it will be probably the main event, of course, because that's the fight that a lot of people want to see. But in terms of entertainment value, Teofimo Lopez and Boots Ennis, wow. Imagine they face off on the co-main event or maybe in the main event. We don't know, but I think the Ryan Garcia and Devon Haney is more main event because that's what people are talking about and way more in pop culture. But depending how Teofimo Lopez beat Richardson Hitchins and Boots beat Stanionis, we don't know if the performances outweighs the fight in terms of being the main event. At the end of the day, both of these fights is main event. That's the point of Rehab season. It's really not no really main event. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Ryan Garcia and Devon Haney is a fight that we all been wanting to see. A lot of drama within that type of fights, And yeah, and then we have that fight maybe in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe bring it back to the East Coast or whatever. Just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. And of course, we talked about Golden Boy Promotions and Matchroom Boxing doing the 5-on-5. I know that Stanionis is not with Top Rank or Matchroom Boxing, but I think that will start it off with, or maybe Top Rank 5-on-5 with Eddie Hearn again and stuff like that, right? Top Rank. You know, it is what it is. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of how they're going to sell it, but, you know, the fight sells itself. You know, I think it'll be an East Coast, West Coast thing. And I think it's a great tournament. I think Turki Alalshikh has done a wonderful job in the sport of boxing. A guy like Javante Davis, he better get with the program and join and partner up with Turki Alalshikh, because ain't nobody going to be calling you out right after this. Think about it. All these guys got a plan lined up, and that's one of the things that has been missing in the sport of boxing is planning, is anticipation. You know what I'm saying? If all these fighters know what they're going to do, you know, in their next fight and the fight after, you know what I'm saying? It keeps them busy. It keeps them within range of weight, and it keeps them motivated. Think about it. You got Devon Haney that knows that he got to fight with Ryan Garcia in October, so he can't look past his opponent. Nobody could look past their opponent. But having a plan and having a schedule is something that's been missing in the sport of boxing, and that's why Canelo Alvarez have done so good in his career, because he knows when he's going to fight. He knows how long he's going to take a vacation and stuff like that, and that's what was wrong with a lot of PBC fighters. They don't know when they was going to fight. They don't know when to prepare or not to prepare or take a break or, you know. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think about Turki Alalshikh, man. God bless that dude, man. He's doing a wonderful thing in the sport of boxing. And I'm happy that other fighters and the promoters is all in sync with his plans. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch on Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Who's going to be the king of the tournament? Love you. God bless. And on to the next.